Welcome to Spoken Reviews, home of the Spoken Reviews. Today, guys, we're going to be taking this brand new 2024 GMC Sierra 1500 SLT on a 2,300-mile road trip from Houston, Texas, all the way to Orlando, Florida, for a trip to Disney post-Christmas. Please enjoy. This will be a fun trip. Again, we've gone from the Silverado now to the Sierra, so let's get it on the road and see what the Sierra is all about. All right, so again, we got this vehicle brand new with 10 miles on it. The very next day, we drove down to Houston, so that was about 250 miles, and another 100 miles in Houston area going from different families for Christmas. So now we're going to head to Orlando, Florida for Disney. So again, taking off, we did set the trip to, so trip one's going to be the total miles, and the trip two will be the miles for this road trip. We did set it about 20 miles late, but it's still fairly accurate. Kind of first takes on driving the Sierra on a long road trip coming from the Silverado. Familiar, but well improved, and improved in all the areas that I wanted to be improved on. You guys can kind of see the fuel economy right here. Going pretty solid, 111 miles on the trip. At that 75 mile per hour speed, I think this is pretty competitive compared to the other ones. And I've spent a lot of time in a lot of other vehicles, and I will say for a V8, the Sierra does really good. So a lot of people are going to be getting, 15 mile a gallon, 16 miles a gallon. The GM does really good for V8. So you'll see that 18 and a half. When you're on the road, based off of everything that I've driven, that's what you can expect, right? So if you're going, 70 to 75, you might get 19, 20. But once you start going 75, 80, you'll be looking at that 18, 18 and a half, which is really good for a full-size truck. Packed down with a ton of luggage, strollers, and 5 people in it. So really, really good. Again, ride quality, extremely happy with the ride quality, extremely happy with the upgraded suspension and everything that I got whenever I went from the Silverado to the GMC. So here we've made it to Florida day one, and then this is day two. We're leaving Pensacola, headed to Orlando. So another 6-hour drive, pretty straightforward drive. I think we stopped twice for gas on day two. At this point, the kids and everyone's pretty anxious to get to Orlando. So a lot of those, are we there yet? Are we there yet? But it's to be expected with a 2 and a 4-year-old. I was also driving with my older sister and my wife. So 5 of us total, again, with all of our luggage. And then just kind of looking at the vehicle itself, extremely happy with the styles and looks of the Sierra, very classic look. And then this is just kind of finishing us in the home stretch. So that last part getting to Orlando, it's a combination of woods and trees. But yeah, here we're celebrating the fireworks on day one at Disney. Beautiful fireworks, good experience. I'm extremely happy to be able to be blessed to give that experience to my children. So then after 3 days there, we decided to go ahead and head back. So this is us getting back. So pretty cold that morning, a little cold front in Florida, never too cold, but cold enough to, need a jacket. So on the way back, we stopped in Mobile, Alabama. So again, we went from Orlando to Mobile. So the goal was to get there, and then make it back to the DFW. So a little bit longer from going to Dallas from Houston. So it was about 1,200 miles on the way back. But again, road really, really, really smooth. Extremely enjoying the vehicle. Happy with the purchase. I was very much so tempted. If it wasn't going to be a Sierra, it probably would have been a Tundra. But there were just a couple things about that kind of gave me pause, and I'll make some videos about that later on. But as far as specifically on the topic of this video, as a road tripper, this thing holds the road. It's smooth, handles well, gets really good fuel economy, which is kind of what we're after. If I feel safe, feel comfortable, have all the amenities, this vehicle was meant to go on road trips, and that's kind of what we needed, right? So I needed something that could safely transport the family, provide that, driver assistance and everything like that. So this is us kind of getting closer to back to DFW, and then this is actually when we made it back. So this is kind of a summary. So that last part, again, the speed limit dropped. So I went from 18 and a half to 21. So the 21 miles a gallon isn't representative of the entire trip. That was just the last 50 miles. But here you can kind of see, this is since last time I filled up. So that last 174 miles since I filled up, I had 18.6 miles a gallon. But over the whole 2,700 mile trip, sorry, this is the life of the vehicle, 17 and a half. And then for this trip, 2237, average 18 miles a gallon. So really, really good. Really, really happy with the vehicle, and just once again, we had a great trip to Disney. Brand new truck. Don't really recommend always doing a huge road trip in the break-in period. Again, this vehicle, brand new, 20 miles on it, but we went ahead and took it 2,500 miles on this road trip. So loving the vehicle, loving the benefits. Again, the MPG, really satisfied with that. Compared to the other people's trucks. So really happy with that. Anyways, guys, thanks for watching. If you like the video, thumbs up. If you have any questions or comments, leave them below. Look forward to more videos on this 2024 GMC Sierra. And I look forward to answering any questions that you guys have. Thanks a lot. Have a good day.